Konnichiwa, this is T-Sakura, you're watching PokeCast. This is part 3 of my top 10 Batman movies. Just have 2 left, but I wanted to have the extra time to really go into depth about why I like these 2 movies so much. And of course, at number 2, we have Batman, directed by Tim Burton in 1989. Wow, what can't I say about this movie? Has the second best Joker I've ever seen, in my opinion, of course. No offense to anybody out there, I know who a lot of people are like, he was the best. How could you say that? But honestly, when I look for in villains is each of the versions I see the villains in, what side and emotions of that villain are they trying to pull out and introduce to us? And in this one, they do a great job of introducing us to the Joker with how he was just, a fun-loving guy who just liked to have fun, and he was psychotic and interesting. Also, this is another one that has the origin, going off of the Red Hood type of origin of the Joker. So this is another unique one because it does have the origin of what we haven't seen very much. A lot of them, actually, I don't even know if it's, I can try to remember if it was in any of the other Batman movies that would actually show the origin of the Joker. But this is the one that actually goes through, shows the origin, shows why he kind of lost it, and then how well he's able to just torture Batman so well. He does a great job of, doing what he can. You got Batman, he's trying to become who he is, and of course, the best newest Batmobile, just because of how well it worked out. And we actually see Batman use guns. It's very unique. He actually has miniguns on his Batmobile. I know that was Tim Burton's little, why not? He probably would. And I really liked how he did that. Also in the movie, just how Batman is, they do a great job with him. And the story, how everything goes down, was really cool. It is definitely unique how the Joker does die at the end of the movie, or supposedly. Batman kills somebody. But like I said, it is a Tim Burton reimagining of it to where, what if this was the final showdown between the two? Yes, they just got to know each other, but what if it was the final? Another thing I really enjoy about this movie, I have to say, is when they finally get into what Joker became known for, which is one element they left out of The Dark Knight, that, he makes chemicals. He'll hide chemicals. He'll do stuff that people have to worry about. And this is one of those ones that he puts all of his Joker poison into a ton of things, and it affects the city quite well. I love the commercial where he's just sitting there, "Hi everybody, Joker products, aren't they great? They even gave you a smile!" And just goes on about just crazy things, warning everybody what they're actually in. Just like, are you going to take me seriously? Because if you don't, you're going to regret it. And that was one of the things that I found very unique about this version of the Joker, and how Tim Burton went out of his way to make sure people knew the Joker liked to have fun. And so that is number 2. Going on for number 1 is going to be my all-time favorite, and still a favorite of a lot of people. Batman, the movie, from 1966, the Adam West movie. Yes. Now, I could already just hear the comments that I'm probably like, why the Adam West movie? Why on earth would you like Adam West over everybody else? It's simple. It's the villains. This is the best villain movie out of all the Batman movies that have come out to date, because each of the villains are played so perfectly to what they were in the comics at that time, but it didn't ruin the movie at all. Let's face it, You had the Joker, who was in his comical mood the entire movie, just having fun being that Joker that we get to see a lot of the times in a lot of the different movies, a lot of the different animations, a lot of the different comics. This is how the Joker was back in the 1960s, and still influences the Joker's attitude in a lot of things since then. You know, he just had that always clownish attitude going on because he wasn't the crazy the I'm a clown happy person that's going to kill you type Joker, and was played well. And it was the only time the Joker actually had a mustache because it represented who he was. That was a little funny thing that happened right there. Now, going on, we have the Riddler. Let's face it, we've only had 2 Riddlers in the movies. One was Jim Carrey that did some things right, but this one did it right the first time and had fun being the Riddler. He had a lot of different things that he did that was very unique to the character, but also would have his riddle bombs. You know, he would shoot up his missiles up into the air, and he would write a riddle in the clouds. A very unique thing that was not done very often, because usually it's like he would send a letter out. Personally, yeah, my favorite Riddler, because Jim Carrey threw in he was the Jim Carrey Riddler, and Jim Carrey just put too much Jim Carrey into being the Riddler. But this guy actually made it okay. I have to be the Riddler. Let me become the Riddler. And then finally, when it comes down to it, the best Penguin ever made. The reason why I say this is because he understood how to dress like the Penguin. Not saying that Danny DeVito was a bad Penguin or anything like that, but the things that he did, the costume alone, he used the original costume, which influenced the comics to stay with that. And it was the first time that the Penguin has ever squawked. Now, a lot of people I know did not know that you know, always thought, okay, well, the Penguin's always quack, 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 you know, squawking. But it was actually this actor who's like, no, I had to do something, I had to make this different because it's just not working. He actually changed it himself and started to squawk on screen. And because of this movie, ever since, the Penguin has squawked from then on. Just amazing what they did with the Penguin in this movie. I mean, the actor knew who he was, knew what needed to be done, and improved upon the character from this day on. You know, and as we've seen throughout the rest of the history of the Penguin, because of that little thing he did, the Penguin now squawks. And then we have Catwoman. Catwoman, this is definitely, you know, when she started using the actual newer suit instead of going with the green and purple suit in the day, she was able to be the Catwoman that was not mythological or anything like that. She actually did her part of, you know, okay, I'm a Catwoman, I'm sexy, I'm gonna try and become friends with rich people, and you know, just she had that atmosphere of the Catwoman. Really enjoyed what she was able to do and bring to that. Now, when we talk about Adam West Batman and also Robin, it was what it was back then. Unfortunately, it's how Batman was. But it was always fun because of the stupid things that they would do where you just have to like, oh my gosh, really? But then you go back to the villains did it right. So, yeah, out of 10 Batman movies, the Batman the movie is my favorite. Have it on Blu-ray, enjoy it. This is, in my personal opinion, the best Batman movie ever made. There's still years to come, and probably we'll be forced to watch other Batman movies, but hopefully we'll get good ones that actually will be able to bump some of these off my list. Unlike Batman and Robin and Batman Forever. You know, movies that just insult the series beyond belief. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this 10 top list. You know, in your comments below, please leave the ones that you guys feel that is in your top 10 list. Please let me know because I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say. This is T. Secure saying ciao and sayonara.